That was them boys, and now on to the lookers of the group. I'm Jake Garcia, he's Jacob Toby. Matt Feld and Andre Sims joins us as well. Guys, tonight, a game in which the Gatemen dropped to the Hyannis Harbor Hawks for the third time this season, falling to 1-3 against the Harbor Hawks. 6-4 was the final tonight. Kind of an odd ninth inning that took place. Wareham actually got the tying run into scoring position. Some things fell their way, though, including Hyannis' catcher opting not to throw down. There was also a bunt play, Matthew Feld, that you thought potentially could have been executed. It wasn't. What are your takes on the ninth inning?
Yeah, so, I mean, Wareham obviously, not only before Preston Grand Prix moved into second in defensive indifference, he reached on what probably should have been a 5-4-3 double play ball when the second baseman dropped the ball and went into right field to put runners on the corners with one out. And I asked a couple members of the coaching staff after the game if they even considered bunting with Joey Pardosik. And they both said that flat out they think that he is their best hitter in that spot, and they plan on getting them both in that situation. That's why they don't bunt. And then again, one might wonder whether you want to bunt with Cole Freeman to bring Alex Destino to the plate there, because Freeman can then steal second base, represent the winning run, and Destino can knock them both in. All in all, though, a bit of a frustrating ninth inning. Hyannis gives them two chances to tie the score on the E4 and then letting Grand Prix go to second base, and they just can't get the job done.
That's an interesting take from the coaching staff, because we talked about on the broadcast today how Freeman was likely the guy that we would have selected to be up in that situation in the ninth inning. It didn't fall the Gatemen's way, though, but when you have a .424 hitter at the plate, you can't ask for a whole lot more. But ultimately, no runs were scored in that inning. Jacob Toby, before that, though, it was the bullpen tonight that didn't look as sharp as it has in outings past. Maybe they were just due for some regression.
Yeah, Nick Sprangle probably the head of that one. Went 2 innings, gave up 2 earned runs, 2 walks. He struck out 3, but he also hit 2 batters. And in that inning, Joey Bart, there was a pass ball. So that kind of leads to Nick Sprangle's fault as well. And also Joey Bartosik in center field. He had a double by Peter Zyla, who went way over his head. Joey Bartosik didn't play that correctly, and that led to a run on a 2-run double, 1-run double, excuse me. So Sprangle kind of started the implosion, if you will. Jake Mathis came on, led up 2 earned runs as well. Christian Togner was left with kind of the pickup duties, and it didn't really matter what he did because the Gatemen were already down. So a tough night for the bullpen.
The newest member of this Gatemen offense tonight was Austin Wade, recently activated out of TCU. He participated in Omaha and the Horned Frogs ultimately falling to Coastal Carolina. But Austin Wade's a guy who can definitely provide a boost to this offense tonight. Doubled in one of his at-bats. All told, what did you see from him, Andre?
A very good debut for someone who hasn't seen game action in a little bit of time now. And he said, it's a bit of a long season. I mean, you play deep into Omaha if you're a player on TCU, and then coming out here for 20, 30 more games of summer ball. He's working on keeping his body fresh, doubled, scored a run in his debut, so that's obviously the production you'd like to see. And right field has been a bit of a question mark as far as from an offensive production standpoint. We've seen great defensive work from Engelman out there, even Robbie Metz as well, but offensively, they haven't quite found that one person to stick in that spot, so perhaps Wade can do that. Is a gap-to-gap extra base guy, which is something that this team definitely needs, and also gets on base a lot, walks, had an OPS of over 700.
I guess I'll add now that I think Cole Freeman would be my player of the game tonight, once again proving that he is invaluable to the top of this order, swiped 3 bases. He's showcasing quite a bit of speed, and all the scouts behind home plate are really enjoying his production so far for Wareham. So that's my one takeaway. We'll now get to your guys' final takeaways. Jacob, we'll start with you.
I want to see more from Gavin Sheets here. He's 4 strikeouts, 2 for 8 in the last 2 games. He's left some runners on base. I want to see that pull power we've seen. I want to see him go opposite field more. Just driving a little more runs, because this Wareham Gatemen team has been struggling on the offensive end, and it doesn't help with the pitchers not pitching well at all. So Gavin Sheets, I think I would like to see him step up a little bit more.
Matthew Feld, we'll go over to you.
Yeah, I thought this was by far the most frustrating game that the Gatemen have played. They've obviously lost 9 games on the season, but tonight Hyannis was able to score 4 runs without getting a hit. When you factor in the 2 hit-by pitches, the pass ball, the delayed steal, the double steal, and all in all, it was just an extremely frustrating night. When all in all, Jeff Bain to start the game actually pitched pretty well up until the 5th inning. So I thought this was by far the most frustrating game for Wareham so far.
Andre Sims, round us out.
I think this team has to capitalize on mistakes. A lot of their teams that they face, and especially in the losses, teams have capitalized on the Gatemen's mistakes. You mentioned the pass ball and things like that. Those are mistakes that the Hyannis Harbor Hawks were able to jump on and score runs. In the 9th, you have an E4 that gives you 2nd and 3rd, or excuse me, 2 on that ultimately led to 2nd and 3rd. You have to be able to capitalize on that situation, and they have been able to do that. And that's where you really leave runs on the board. When the team gives you a 4th or 5th out in an inning, you have to be able to capitalize on that.
3 errors tonight for Hyannis, but as Andre said, Wareham unable to take advantage of them. Thanks for watching our post-game show, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night at Chatham, where we'll be taking on an Anglers team that just lost to Katuitt. So that'll be fun. See if Wareham can get back on the winning ways. So for Matt Feld, Jacob Toby, Andre Sims, I'm Jake Garcia. We'll see you next time.
Booyah!
Woohoo! Yep!